Okay, hello and welcome to the video. My name is Wade Smith, and I'm not an expert on any of this other than the fact that I am on a lot of prescription medication, so it affects me. Um, what Trump just signed, the executive order, and assuming it passes in all the legal challenges, he's got a favorable majority in the Supreme Court if it goes all the way to the Supreme Court. I think it'll pass either 5-4 or 6-3 in the Supreme Court if and when it goes to the Supreme Court. But if this executive order stands and passes all of the congressional nonsense and the courts, you're looking at primary effects is the drug prices in the U.S. will come down and the prices in other countries will go up until we're paying a fair price. All right, the least favorable price. That's a good way of putting that, and equalizing was a good term, because the United States was being price gouged. We invented and manufactured a majority of these medications, and yet the pharmaceutical companies were price gouging us in order to maintain lower prices in other nations. So no, he's not communistically price fixing. The companies were price fixing, and he's going to fix the fixing. All right. So the primary effect is that medicine price will go down right away. But on top of that, because medicine is 2/3 of the expense of your insurance premiums and copays are going to go down because the price of medicine is going to be so much cheaper. So think of how brilliant this man just made himself look. And I don't. It doesn't seem like a selfish gesture. It seems like to me like the right thing to do. I've been saying this for years. So it seems to me the right thing to do. And anybody in Congress or the courts that opposes this is going to look like a complete fool and totally fall out of favor with the majority of the American people if they oppose an executive order to lower the cost of prescription medications. So I think he just made himself look like a complete genius, and I think it's the right thing to do anyway. It makes sense that everybody should pay the same amount for medicine worldwide. And he said there will be exceptions for countries that are in dire need that you can lower the price even more for countries that are in a dire emergency. He said there would be exceptions, but he said it would be the least favorable price is what they're going to force drug companies to sell at in the United States. That's a very good way of putting it, and it seems like a fair thing. It means they'll have to raise prices overseas a little bit to make up the difference if they want to stay profitable, which they're making filthy rich off of this medication anyway. I know because I'm on some of them. I'm on Jardiance and I'm on gabapentin and a couple other diabetes related medications and blood pressure medicines. And my insurance company and I, between myself and the insurance company, we spend several $1,000s a month on my medication. So this will affect me and my insurance company tremendously. I'm sure they're going to be dancing around whenever they see how much money this is going to save them. Um, so thank God for this executive order and thank God for Donald Trump and his administration. I don't always agree with everything that Trump does, but I think he has the American people at heart. Um, does he run his mouth too much sometimes? Definitely, but he seems like a good person to me, in spite of his flaws. He seems like they have the genuine in the heart of the American people here, and thank God for him. All right, that's the end of the video.